Well, guys, it is a shame what has happened to these palms. As you can see, there are some that are more cold damaged than others, like this Washingtonia and Queen, while these are looking nice and green and some of them already cut down the leaves. But it's not looking too good, as you can tell. The Queen palm is just all damaged up, and we're going to talk about all these and how they're doing right now, as you can tell, but going in more deep of details. So let's get started. Here we got a dwarf palmetto, also known as a sable minor, which is doing pretty good, surprisingly, doing really good actually. Like, doesn't care about the cold at all. But for some reason, the middle spear is really bad, and I can pull on it and it doesn't come out. It's in there. So I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it's not the cold, because it was happening before the cold. It's probably some rot that has occurred down there that has nothing to do with the cold, because that's been happening before the cold front even came. Right here, I would recommend this to buy this if you want like cold hardy palms. Here we got the ponytail palm, which, as you can tell, not doing as good. Like, the top is like about to collapse. It's like mushy. I don't even know. I can't even tell. But like, some of them you could just like take it off, just like that. That easy to take off, which is not normal. It's not normally that easy to take off. And these are not that cold hardy either, but they look way better than some of these actually. So I would say it looks pretty good. I think this guy could have a chance of coming back. I don't know about that one. This one might come back, because that spear, I don't know, that looks bad. I don't know. Here we got a Washingtonia robusta, also known as Mexican fan palm, and you could already tell this thing was looking really bad. I cut off all the dead fronds because they weren't even doing anything, sitting there. It just make the palm look uglier. As you can tell, this thing looks bad. There's like a spear in here. I think a lot of rot is occurring. I don't know if I can. It's still in there. Like, I can pull as hard as I want, like on this right here, and it does not come out. It's firm in there. It does not want to die just yet. So it probably survived this cold, but I don't know if it'll survive the next one, because we have a lot more cold fronts coming here. And also, this Queen, like, as you can tell, this one is like, looks terrible, but it's still in place, and which is the Washingtonia. They're pretty cold hardy. Washingtonia robustas are normally pretty cold hardy, but I mean, they're kind of cold hardy, I would say. Now, looking at this, it's not super cold hardy, but it's not as bad as a Queen palm, and you can tell this thing is done. I cut a bunch of leaves off, and sadly, yep, you see it, guys. Spear's coming right out. I just decided to plug it back in with the old frond, so no like pests get inside just yet, so I can pour the copper fungicide on this thing. 'Cause this thing looks terrible. Like, to be honest with you, like, look at this thing. Look, it looks terrible. I'm just going to leave the frond in for now, because it might die, to be honest. Like, it's a small Queen palm. It isn't your average big medium-sized Queen palm. It's like a baby Queen palm, and got annihilated by the cold. So I don't know if it'll come back. Here we got some pygmy date palms, and as you can tell, they don't look too good. Spear pulls on all of them. Cut all the leaves off because they look really bad. They're turning brown. There's no reason to be left on there. And they're pretty firm still, to be honest. Not as firm, but like, it's still in place. So like, it could come back, but I'm not sure, to be honest. These things are not cold hardy at all, to be honest. So I don't know if this thing will come back. I hope it will, but we'll see in like a couple months. Right here we got an aloe vera. It's not a palm, but it's still a plant. That's a tropical plant, and surprisingly, it's doing pretty good. It was looking a little better like a couple days ago, but it still looks a little worse, but it's still doing really good. Much of its leaves are actually green, not like all brown like all of these. So, but you can tell there's definitely some cold damage to the leaves. And right here we got a windmill, Trachycarpus fortunei. Now, this guy did not care about the cold at all. Could care less about the cold. You can tell there's new growth coming in this thing. Like, this is insane. If you want a cold hardy palm, get the windmill, bro. This windmill, not only do they add a really cool tropical look, and they look beautiful. They look beautiful, and they don't even care about the cold. I mean, so far, And another palm you can consider buying that does not care about the cold is the sable palmetto. Because this thing, you can tell it's pushing out growth and everything. Like the spear is green. There's no brown touch to it. Like you can tell right here. Look at that spear. I mean, it might look brown, but it's a fibers. Here, it's just like little fibers on it. You can pull on it as hard as you want, and it won't come out because it's green. You know, it's just green. Like the trunk is a little small, but the leaves are all green. This thing before it got transplanted and when it was in a pot, it looked so much worse. It was dying off, and as soon as I planted it, new growth just rushed out. This thing really needed to be planted, so I'm glad I planted it before it died out. And it's doing really good. Could care less about the cold, just like the windmill. Down here, we got like a little sago palm that was cut up. I cut all the leaves of it. Here is a little leaf that was in the middle here. Let my camera focus, which I don't know if it will, but here I had a little leaf here that was in the middle, and it doesn't even want to, like, it just doesn't want to, like, focus for some reason. But yeah, it was like right here. The leaf was right here, but this thing looks bad, as you can tell. It doesn't come out if you, like, try to get at the top, so it's still sturdy intact, but all the leaves have died out. They'll turn all brown. And here we got a cactus that turned all brown too. I cut off like majority of it because it was all flopped over dead. And it just, you know, it looks bad in general. And like this whole garden looks bad, to be honest. Especially that side over there. This side looks healthy and green, most of it. But like, it's just sad to see all this, like all this bad, you know? Like, it's not really good. And look, this queen palm that sadly had to basically almost pass away because look at this thing. Just looks in very bad condition. Let's take a look at it. And this is right here, guys. This is a lemon plant. And it looks pretty good condition. Oh, sorry, no, it doesn't. It wasn't good. Well, I mean, it looks done for. I can't talk, guys. I'm sorry. It looks done for, but it'll probably come back. Some of the stems are green, so I think it'll be fine. Chopped off leaves recently. There we got a bunch of Musa Baju bananas. Look terrible. They're probably done. Them will probably come back, but for now they're done. Here we got a Chinese tallow invasive tree, but we'll make sure to monitor it so it doesn't become that invasive. And if it for some reason seeds a lot and becomes super invasive, we'll make sure to take out the seeds. And there is another like plant here, dog fennel weed, which has been eliminated. It's not even like there anymore. It's just dead. Here we have the queen palm, the palm that my first ever palm that I've gotten in this house, and I think it's a goner. Just by the looks of it, all cold burnt, looks nothing good. And sure, it might look good like at the trunk, and it looks still green. Stems are somehow green, but and then the spear pool, you can see some rot's already occurring there, and you just give it a little tug and it comes right out, which I'm not going to pull it out completely, but or why not actually. Here, look, comes right out. Like, what is this monstrosity? Colt just killed the crap out of this thing. And there's the hole, the endless hole that we need to pour copper fungicide. It's so sad to see this because this thing was huge, like more like 7 to 8 feet. This thing was big, and it's just now probably done. It could come back since it's a bigger queen, but we're not sure if it'll come back. Only time will tell if we pour. And we still need to pour the copper fungicide solution. We still haven't done that yet, so we will definitely try doing that soon to save this thing. Because this thing, if it dies, it'll be really sad. This was one of our first palms we ever gotten. Or this was our first palm that we ever gotten. And just look at that, just mush, rot, terrible. And right there, we got a little mini sago palm that wasn't affected as bad as the other one, that garden. Yeah, and our dog is licking that. Daisy, no, don't lick that. Right there, it wasn't affected as bad, nearly as bad as that one. So, yeah, but that's sad, man. This thing might be a goner. We gotta pour copper fungicide, and we guys will show you. We'll update y'all in like the next few days of what happens.